Hello, welcome to all of you. Today we are going to continue subject of e-mobility, and we will find the proof that future is smart and electric. First part will be about sustainable urban living. You may ask, why is it so important to have sustainable urban living? First of all, more than 50% of European population lives in urban areas. Only half of this population has access to public transportation. And what is worse, 99% of the population breathe polluted air every day. Thinking about this, let's focus on this sentence. Transport is not an end in itself, but rather a means allowing people to access what they need: jobs, markets and goods, social interaction, education, and full range of other services, contributing to healthy and fulfilled lives. Well said. One of the basic human needs is the need of moving around. In a modern city, communication should be clean, safe, and affordable. It should ensure that every resident can reclaim the city for themselves. It should also take into account that needs of everyone are fulfilled. And we are talking here also about disabled people, elderly, and the children with the young and the families with the young children. To achieve it, the e-mobility is the only way. In general, cities generate 75% of CO2 emissions worldwide. 25% of those CO2 emissions is generated by transport. Therefore, well-planned and green urban transit is a critical component of the worldwide effort to stem the climate change. But how to move cities toward a cleaner future? It's all about setting the right goals. New York City, 2015, 193 countries approves Sustainable Development Goals. Among 10 targets connected to sustainable cities, there are ones focusing on providing access to sustainable transport for all, reducing adverse per capita environmental impact of the city. On the other hand, in 2021, EU sets the Green Deal, which is kind of a roadmap for the EU to become climate neutral by 2050. There is also an interim goal of 55% emission reduction by 2030. So, we talk about needs, we talk about goals, but what about the strategies? By 2030, all medium-sized and large cities will put in place their sustainable plans. All large 100 cities will become climate neutral by this time, and every commute traveling below 500 kilometers should be zero emission by that time. By 2050, though, Trans-European transport network will be converted into sustainable and smart, with high-speed connectivity, where most of the passenger cars, vans, and heavy-duty vehicles will be zero emission. Okay, now let's see how public transport is going green. Counting from 2014, the market grew by 33 times. Right now, it's more than 3,000 electric vehicles, electric buses sold each year. We also observe a growing trend of bus deployment each year, which is definitely a positive sign. On the graph behind me, you also see that it's the bus market who makes this happen. Nearly 44% of market share in newly registered buses is electric vehicles. Is undoubtedly something which is worth to notice. What is more, the worldwide total bus fleet is more than 700,000 vehicles. When it comes to passenger cars, those stands for 9% of the shares, and vans and trucks are ramping up with 1% of the shares for now. Solaris' experience in a field of e-mobility. To 160 cities and 20 countries, we delivered more than 2,500 electric vehicles. 1,400 of them is already delivered, and the remaining are going to be deployed soon. Thinking about the largest fleets, we need to mention about Milan, with 195 buses deployed. Then capitals like Berlin, Warsaw, with more than 100 buses rolling on roads. Then Brussels with 30 of them, and some Polish cities like Krakow with 76 buses, and Jaworzno with 46 of them, where almost 80% of the fleet is already zero emission. Soon we will deploy also electric buses to other capitals in Europe, which is Oslo and Madrid. Now let's move to the topic of how fast cities and operators are changing the fleets to make them zero emission. First one, Milan, Italy. 165 electric buses combined with 30 trolley buses. Soon we are going to deploy 75 battery buses and another 50 trolley buses. The total network of Milan is 100 lines, where 4 of them is trolleybus lines, and total length of the lines is almost 900 kilometers. Secondly, Poznań. City of Poznań plans to, by 2035, obviously, they plan to integrate and plan to develop sustainable bus grid where they plan to implement 58 hydrogen buses, which will be complementary solution to existing fleet of battery buses, which operates in a high charging modes based on our high power batteries. Next, Austria and Carinthia region. In city of Villach and in its beautiful surroundings, 5 hydrogen 12-meter Solaris Urbino buses will operate 350 kilometers a day on a single refill. What is worth to mention is that this project is developed together with municipality and energy company, which makes sure that sufficient amount of hydrogen will be delivered. Based on framework agreement, we will deliver up to 40 buses next years. Now we jump to north. Long nights in the winter and long days in the summer. But soon also buses in Oslo are going to be long. This time, additionally to our 18-meter buses, we will deliver extended version of this vehicle. Extra 75 centimeters will make even higher capacity. What is also exciting, this option delivers also 42 B-articulated 24-meter buses, where we're looking forward to receive this order. And back to Italy, where Bolzano operates 12 Urbino 12 hydrogen vehicles delivered in 2021. It is well-known competition with 70 kilowatt fuel cell and 30 kilowatt hours high power battery, which fits perfectly to the mode of operation. City has also plans to convert Class 2 suburban lines into hydrogen operation, while 350 kilometers range will be undoubtedly added value.